Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Wolf Music Reviews, and today I have top 5 artists that I think are incredible. We're not going to go in detail on why they're incredible, but I'm going to name the top 5 artists really quick because I don't want to take too much of your time. So, in this video, we're just going to name the top 5 artists that I would recommend you listen to first of all, and then after I can make another video with details saying, look, this is why I chose this artist to be one of the greatest artists of all time. And then we're going to go with a couple of songs. Not a couple of songs, but name a song and then read off the lyrics and give you the reasons why they're dope. They're dope artists of all time. So if you're the type of person that loves hip hop, loves real music, like rapping and putting out the craft and putting out information that's like meaningful, not this artist, like, let's say, I'm not going to name drop any artists, just like say these artists that just decides to go da hata 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 da da, like they're not saying anything meaningful. And the reason I'm trying to name drop these different artists is because I'm tired of people just going, oh, Eminem's the best artist of all time, Eminem's the best artist of all time, or Jay-Z's the only artist of all time that's better than anybody else, and no one else is better than the king of hip hop, Eminem, or no one's better than who else can I name other than Kendrick Lamar, or J. Cole's the best artist and no one else can be the next Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole, or if you say Eminem's not the best, you're crazy, because listen, Eminem's the best of all time. I'm sorry to say, but Eminem's great, first of all, but most of his recent projects have been iffy for me because I'm not liking it. I'm disappointed in Eminem, but there's still music out there that I love of Eminem, so I cannot just go around and say Eminem sucks, Eminem sucks, Eminem is trash. No. So let's just go on with this. So today I'm going to be naming 5 artists that I feel are dope, and I'll get in full details in the next videos. And this is just going to be my 2020, the year 2020 artists that you should listen to if you haven't listened to them ever. So that's all I have to say, guys. So for those of you that are real hip hop heads and you haven't heard these artists, you should listen to them. If you like real hip hop music, not the type of music that just goes bang 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 bang, that just sounds cool for 5 minutes and then that's it. Because no, there are artists that I can say I like too, that say meaningless crap, but guess what? Their beats are dope, and the way they deliver that whackness, for some reason, is just great. But I'm not going to say I put them over Eminem, or I put them over this artist, or I put them over that artist. Like, no. Okay, so first of all, we're going to name the top 5 artists. So let's go on with it. And for today, guys, I'm going to be naming Chino XL. And I'm just going to give you a little brief thing that of this artist. So Chino XL, I definitely heard of him only through Immortal Technique's album, the Third World. So that's how I heard of Chino XL, through there. prior to that, I would say I did not listen to no Chino Excel, but I think I've heard of him because of a friend from school that brought me out to stop listening to these other artists, more mainstream artists. So go to the underground and listen to these artists. And when I listened to them, I was like, "That's dope, artist. That's dope." But at that time, I was like listening to bar for bar. At that time, I was already listening to bar for bar, and I said, "Look, what do you think this dude is saying by rapping this? What do you think he's saying about that?" So that was dope. So Chino Excel, I only heard of him through Immortal Technique, The Third World. I believe that's how I heard of him. And then the next artist I'm going to name is R.I.P the Rugged Man. And the only way I heard of R.I.P the Rugged Man was through Jedi. I think I heard it through Jedi Mind Tricks. And that was because I believe I heard Uncommon Valor. I think that's the song I heard with R.I.P the Rugged Man, which I thought was dope. Really, really dope. Dope artist. Which, that's how I heard of him, through Uncommon Valor on, I think it's, I'm not sure if it's, let's see. I don't wanna say something that isn't true, so. So that's how I heard it, Uncommon Valor. So okay, so apparently it's in the album. Okay, so it's in Servants in Heaven, Kings in Hell. That's where that's the album that the song belongs to. But I heard it just separately, and I was like, wow, R.I.P the Rugged Man was cool. So I didn't really, I would say I didn't really listen to him that much until, I would say, 2010 was when I definitely, I think in 2010 is when I definitely put myself out there and said, look, I'm finally going to listen to R.I.P the Rugged Man. But that's because I think I heard him in another in the Vinny Paz project, and that's where I decided he's definitely dope, and I wanted to hear most of his albums. And to be honest, R.I.P the Rugged Man has a couple of albums, but not anything major where you can say you can compare R.I.P the Rugged Man to all the discography that Eminem has. Like, if you pay attention, Eminem has a lot of albums out there, unlike R.I.P the Rugged Man that has a couple of albums, but they're meaningful, because all these artists that I'm mentioning, they're the type of people that have meaningful lyrics that will stick through the years. They don't have albums coming out every single year that say this album, that album, next album, those albums are coming out. No, because to me, I feel like if you're going to put out an album every single year, it's not a good album, because you're not putting it out like that. One, you're not putting your whole heart in it, because I feel like the longer you take with an album, the more meaningful it's going to be. The more meaningful, the more of a substance the album will have. But putting an album every single year or every 2 years, I would say probably 2 years is a good thing. But having an album out every other year, no, every 2 years, I would say Yeah, every 2 years or I guess every other year that you come out with it. Yeah, I would say that's kind of a little bit weird. I wouldn't want my favorite artist to come out with an album this year, next year, that year, this year. We're having 20 albums this year, 30 albums. Like that's why Eminem has millions of albums, because he does an album every 2 years or so, which is not a bad thing, but I would say stick with keeping it like, don't come out with an album next year. Wait for wait work on the project and bring it out. That's why I like these artists, because they bring out their project when they're ready, not when it's just because it's 2020 we need to bring out a new album. No. So an artist that I recently heard was this artist Prof, which Prof Prof, the rapper. I think he's signed to Stop House Music, and he's also signed to to Atmosphere's thing. What is it? I keep forgetting the. I keep forgetting what is it? It's which is pretty cool. So he's on Rhymesayers Entertainment, I think. But I would have to say that Prof, I heard of him only back when his new album came out. The what's the name of this album, anyways? Sheesh. With his Pookie Baby. That's the only thing I've heard of him, through Pookie Baby, and that's because Pookie Baby. I guess I watched a lot of Atmospheres or Rhymesayers Entertainment music. I mean videos, the music videos, and I never heard of Prof until like when his Pookie Baby album came out, and that's when I was like, dope. I gotta get it. I gotta listen to it. It's great, and I did. I loved it from beginning to end. That album was incredible. Not going to lie about that. So that's great, great. And the net the next. So that's great. Prof, and just so you guys know, Prof is from the Twin Cities. So he's from Minnesota, where Atmosphere is from, and I like these artists. What I like about these artists is that Atmosphere is the type of artist to get most people from Detroit. I mean, not Detroit, from Minnesota. I don't know why I keep saying Detroit. So that's good. And the next artist that I would definitely recommend is the next artist I would definitely recommend is Mac Lethal. So the reason I choose Mac Lethal as a great artist is because he's always trying to better himself. Like every time that every time that there's a new song out there from a different artist, he tries to get on it and tries to prove that he's the fastest. He has endurance. He can say stuff that is meaningful too, like fast rapping. And Mac Lethal is the type of artist that has always been rapping very fast, and he's always trying to be faster and faster and trying to prove that he's the best that has ever done it. He's tried doing challenges to say, look, we're going to do this fast rap, or we're gonna do this challenge of me eating a chili and trying to rap, or me trying to rap for 60 seconds straight without breathing, or he tries to do the best that he can, which is incredible. I haven't really heard a lot of Mac Lethal albums, but I do have a lot of Mac Lethal albums, and there's some albums that not necessarily love, but there's some albums I'm like, crazy, incredible. So Mac Lethal's another one. So we got Chino, Excel, we got R.A, we got Prof, we got Mac Lethal, and last but not least, we are going to check to see what other artists we can get. Oh, the artist that I definitely would recommend is, which one? The other artist that I definitely recommend is Jaron Benton. Jaron Benton was in a group called Funk Music. Funk? I think it's called Funk Music. Let me see. Hold on. It is... Okay, so not Funk Music, Funk Volume. And I don't really have to say. Okay, I think I heard of Jaron Benton from Vinnie Paz. One of his, I wouldn't say an album, but I would technically say a mixtape or some sort of side project that you don't consider an album, but you consider like a project that's just out there, but it's not part of the main album collection. It's just something like a side project that you say here. So I heard of Jaron Benton just because of Vinnie Paz, and then from there I was listening to more music, but I don't know what happened. I think I've heard of Hobson before I heard of Jaron Benton. So, and then that's where I checked out Hobson and everybody else in the funk volume music. So that was great. I'm a fan of Hobson, but that's not it. So Jaron Benton, I heard of him, and his music was more of that. So I don't know if you want to say like Southern style. No, it's like more of that fast rap. Like you kind of say like mumble rap, but a more advanced mumble rap. Like I would assume like similar to the way I see Jaron Benton. He's been like I don't know how to say it. Oh, he's more like Bone Thugs and Harmony. He's like a similar version of Bone Thugs and Harmony, but more of that South Side sort of thing, where he can rap fast, and he does try to do like kind of mumble rap. And even Jaron Benton has said that he loves mumble rap. I mean, not mumble rap, but like that kind of mumble rap style. Certain artists he likes, and then some artists he doesn't, but for the most part he likes it. And Jaron Benton, he's dope. Like he can rap fast, he can be funny, he can be psycho. He's like, to me, I'm going to be honest, I don't see Hobson as, if you're going to compare Hobson and Jaron Benton, I would say Hobson is not an Eminem version. I've always thought that Jaron Benton I'll put all these artists in the description down below for you guys, so you guys can check them out. So I would say Hobson is not an Eminem sort of. I would have said that Jaron Benton is more of an Eminem like kind of rapper. He emulates more of an Eminem than what Hobson does. So those are the 5 artists, guys, that I recommend you listen to. So if you guys are into good music, definitely check those artists out. Come back, let me know if these artists are great, dope, or they're whack. Let me know why you don't like these artists, or why you got interested in, I mean, what made you like these artists if you've already listened to them and you've heard great things about them. Let me know. And as always, this is Wolf Music Reviews. And as always, I'll have another music review in the future. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye!